I got 2 loaves. So this is enough dough for 2 loaves. So I'm just separating them now, just eyeballing it. It's not perfect, but it's okay, but I think that's about right. And it's important at this point, when you begin your shaping, to not, if you can at all help it, do not use any flour at this juncture in your sourdough bread making. It's super important because you can overladen your dough with flour, and then your bread, your end result will be very, very tough, very tough crumb. So what I'm doing now, I'm just creating a rectangle of sorts. And now I'm gonna begin to shape my bread before I begin proofing. So this is a shaping juncture where I have completely bulk fermented my dough. And this is enough dough for 2 loaves. And now we're gonna begin shaping. And you're gonna fold over like 3 or 4 times. This is enough dough where I can get it folded over 4 times and then turn it back over on its head. Then you're gonna kind of pinch that seam closed. Then we're gonna begin to roll upward. See that? Just rolling up very gently. Don't manhandle the dough. Be very gentle. This is a precious lady. And it's gonna feel a little sticky depending on the hydration of your dough, and that's okay. But the goal is to not use any additional flour if possible. You see that? You see how that's behaving? And this, what I'm doing right now is I'm creating surface tension on the dough ball, so that when it goes into the proofing basket for its final stage before it goes into the oven, you're building up some nice, good tension to where it'll hold its beautiful shape, and you'll get that nice big oven spring on it that you wanna look for when it's done. Nice big full beautiful loaf. And this is a very important part of getting that accomplished, is through shaping. Okay, we're gonna leave that one alone, and we're gonna move over to this one. Remember, you're creating that triangle. I'm sorry, I don't know my shapes. Rectangle. Okay, creating my rectangle now. See my rectangle? Now I'm gonna fold over. The goal is to try to get at least 4 folds, but if you can't, just do it 3 times. 1, 2, or 3 folds. Yeah, 3. If you can do a 4th or 3.5, that's good too. Turn it over like that. Pinch that seam closed that we just folded up. Then try to get it back out like a long piece, just like I did there. Then you're gonna start to roll that bad baby up, ever so gently, roll up. And you're gonna tuck in the ends, just like I did. You see how I tucked that in? And then you're gonna, and I'll do this one without the scraper, so you can see how you can also do it with just your hands. This is called shaping, and you're creating surface tension when you do this, so that you'll get that great oven spring and a nice tall loaf of bread that won't look frumpy and flat, you know, when it comes out of the oven. But you can accomplish that very easily with this dough. This dough is a very easily handled dough. It's not super sticky. It's a little sticky. That's because it's well hydrated, and it's going to be super delicious and tender. You see that? Perfect. Now this one, we're going to go back to this one again. Usually I wait about 15 to 20 minutes before I do my second fold for the shaping. Usually, sometimes if it depends on the day. If I'm in a pinch with time, I'll just do one shaping and cover the top with rice flour and put it right into the proofing basket. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get these proofing baskets ready. And then we're gonna do our second a round of shaping for the second time. But with our proofing baskets, I just simply sprinkle them with rice flour. And then on your dough balls, you always want to establish a top and a bottom. And on the tops of your dough balls, in the shaping, at the shaping stage, I always like to sprinkle a little bit of rice flour up on top. And what that does is it creates a nice crust on the bread when it comes out of the oven. Just on the top, not on the bottom of your dough ball. Just on the top, you're gonna put a little bit of rice flour. And I also put rice flour in my proofing baskets where the dough is gonna have its final rest. Okay? So now we're gonna go back to this one because we did this one first. We're gonna go back to this one and do a second shaping. And to accomplish that, you basically just stretch it out just a little bit. And depending on if it's going in a loaf pan or a round proofing basket, it just depends on the shape is how you want to shape it. So for today, we're doing 2 round proofing baskets. So I want to keep that round shape. So what I'm going to do is for my second one, and there's many ways you can do it. You can pull up the ends, do it like that. But sometimes I like to just do this. Take both ends like that and go boop, just like that. See? And then I'll take these ends and go boop, just like that. See? Bam. And that's the bottom, remember? Because I turned it over. That's the bottom. So, and when it goes into the proofing basket, it's gonna go. You can always put your dough ball in the proofing basket on its head. The bottom should be up in your proofing basket. So, bam. Just like that. And then you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of rice flour on top of your dough ball. So when you cover it with your plastic, which I'm gonna show you, old handy dandy plastic shower cap. This is my bread shower cap. You're gonna cover your dough ball just like that and let it rest on the counter, not in the fridge. And that's just my preference. But it's gonna do its final rest for 1 to 2 hours. If you can stretch it to 2, fine, do 2. But if you only have enough time for it to rest 1 hour, then 1 hour it is, okay? Then we're gonna turn our second dough ball over on its head. Remember, the head, the top part is the head. That's what I call it. So we're gonna stretch this out a little bit. And I'm gonna show you a different shaping where instead of doing where I did the fold, I'm just gonna show you how I would pull up all the ends and go like that. See? There's so many different ways of shaping. There is no one way to shape a dough ball. There's so many different ways. But this is just 2 of the ways that you can do it. Okay? And then you want to pinch it closed. And then I lift it up and I put the dough ball bottom side up. Remember, bottom up. Whenever you're using the round proofing baskets, bottom of the dough is always facing up in the proofing basket. Okay. Sprinkle with a little bit of rice flour and shower cap. Okay. Bam. And that's how you prepare your dough that has been bulk fermented and then prepared for its final shaping. All right.